Today, I'm going to tell you 7 fragrances that I bought based off of other reviewers' recommendations. Please spray that like button, it helps me out a lot, and subscribe because I will tell you which fragrances are good and which ones are not worth your money. The first fragrance on this list was recommended to me by Jeremy Fragrance. That fragrance is Nautica Voyage. Thanks to this fragrance, I started my YouTube channel journey. My very first review was based off of this fragrance alone, and really I just wanted to see if Nautica Voyage lived up to the hype that Jeremy Fragrance gave it. Nautica Voyage is the #1 most sold fragrance on Amazon, and it's for a very good reason. It's very mass appealing. Anyone can get away with it. It's fresh, it's clean. Some people have said it smells like a salty cucumber. Regardless of that, it just works. And I even gave it a 9 out of 10 on my channel. This has also been said it's the cheapie of the gods, and I have to agree with that. My very first review, the reason I started my channel and the reason I'm here today, Nautica Voyage. The next fragrance on the list I needed to mention because I actually bought this fragrance from Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. Yes, another Chad. Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. The thing that sold me on this fragrance was actually watching his review, and I even bought this bottle from him. This one is absolutely amazing, so thank you, Chad. I don't think anyone will be disappointed with the scent profile of this. It has mint, spicy rum, lime, floral notes, wood notes. There's actually a lot of depth going on here for an extremely good price. I just need to smell it right now. It is so quality for the price you're able to get this for. Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum has been said to be like a mojito in a bottle because of that lime, because of the boozy accord. It's done in such a nice way. You never can go wrong with the Guerlain fragrance. And honestly, I think it deserves a lot more credit. Like, no one talks about this fragrance. When I wore this, I got way more compliments out of it than I would have ever expected to get. This next fragrance I bought because School of Scent on YouTube recommended Moschino's Toy Boy. I'm gonna behead it. It looks so tacky, but when you display this on your shelf, it gets a lot of attention. A lot of people are drawn to this and still to this date ask me what that is. The bottle aside, this fragrance is one that you will not want to skip. But I'll be honest, it's probably the least blind buy safe of the fragrances on this entire list because it has a very feminine rose note in there that can come across a little bit too feminine for some. But it's sweetened up with some pear notes, very good for date nights or clubbing, surprising attention grabber because it's a lot louder than I would have thought. However, I must say that when I asked a woman if she liked this, she said it was a little bit too feminine for her taste, and it doesn't really smell like something a man would wear. But I genuinely enjoy this one when I wear it, and it's really refreshing to me. If you were to say a designer fragrance that smells niche quality, Moschino Toy Boy would be exactly that. As much hype as he gave it, School of Scent was absolutely correct. This next one on the list I bought because of all the hype that Fragmental gave it. That is Molecule 01. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I really do not like the scent profile of this one. This has more use cases than just the scent profile alone. When I spray this on my neck and I just smell it alone, it does not smell good. But Molecule 01 has been said to also boost the performance of other fragrances, help them last longer, project farther. And I'm not going to deny that's possible because there is a synthetic molecule in here called ISO-E Super, which is kind of a woody, musky scent profile. And when you add those scents to some fragrances, it does help boost performance. But my testing has kind of shown that it kind of alters the scent profile of anything you layer this with. Now, I must mention to you, no matter if I like the smell of this or not on me, I did give a compliment to a guy when I was at a party and I asked him, what fragrance are you wearing? Because it smells so incredible. And he did say, I'm wearing Molecule 01. I really liked the smell of that on him. It does definitely perform differently off people's skin. Try this on you, see if it works on you. Do not blind buy this. It's also not cheap, so be very careful. The next fragrance on the list I bought because a very attractive, charismatic, confident, 6'2" man who has blue eyes told me to buy it. That was from the YouTuber Chad Secrets, and that fragrance is Azaro The Most Wanted Parfum. I'm just kidding about that arrogant comment, but I must include one of my own recommendations in this list because I bought this one based off of the first impression. I was so blown away. This fragrance really outdid itself to me, and it's quickly climbed to being my almost #1 most recommended fragrance. I love the scent profile that much. It's sweet, it's seductive, it's addictive. There's just something with this scent profile that really does it for me. I think this one needs more hype. If you've smelt this one, leave in the comments below what you think of Azaro The Most Wanted Parfum because I love it. And not only does the scent profile smell super good, it also lasts a very long time. Projects very good. Azaro, you outdid yourself with Azaro The Most Wanted Parfum. I am not kidding. If you want to up your Riz game, try out Azaro The Most Wanted Parfum. And I honestly thought Azaro The Most Wanted Parfum was only a cold weather fragrance. No, I actually wore this to a club in the summer and I got very, very positive feedback presented to you by a very good reviewer, Chad Secrets. So cringe. This next one on the list I bought because of TLTG reviews. That one is Mel Parfum. It's been said to be one of the best men's fragrances of all time. Because of that, I really held off on that. This fragrance is powdery. Ooh. It does have a Mel vibe with that kind of minty feel, but it also has this seductive amber kind of vanillic vibe to it as well. Classy, seductive vibe, like a date night fragrance. Perfect for date nights. Wow. And honestly, on my skin, it sits a little bit closer than I would have liked. You know, I love my beast mode fragrances. This is definitely not that. So if you've been told that this is a beast mode fragrance, stay clear, because it's not far projecting, but when people smell this on you, nobody is gonna dislike this smell. Trust me, there's a reason why Mel Parfum is so highly regarded. Now I know Ross from TLTG, one of his favorite notes in fragrances is iris. For me, it's kind of the opposite. I don't really like iris. I like when it's done in a certain way, to be honest. This is more of a powdery iris, whereas let's say Prada L'Homme is more of a soapy iris. I prefer the more soapy side of irises. In general, I think that this has some sweet, seductive vibes to it that cannot be ignored. Super, super nice and an absolute compliment getter. Trust me. It does have that iris note in there, and it doesn't work for everyone. That iris note is not too safe because it's not the most masculine smelling note of all time. It does have that lipsticky vibe to it. Ross, honestly, I must say thank you. I really like this one. The last one on the list I bought because of Rotten Rebel on YouTube, and that one is Paco Rabanne's Phantom. This is a fragrance I think deserves a lot more love than it's getting. It actually has a very addictive, seductive scent profile to it. And before you click off this video from hearing that, let me explain. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to hate on this fragrance just because I really don't think the bottle is a nice looking bottle. It looks so tacky. Like, look at this robot. It looks like a kid's action figure, you know, like, let me explain why I think this is so good. It has this nice bright citrusy lavender opening with a smoky vanilla dry down. With its scent profile alone, you would expect this to be like a clubbing fragrance that's gonna project far and give you a headache when you smell it. But I'll be honest, this does not project very far at all. It actually sits rather close to your skin. And because of that, I think that this is actually a lot better of a fragrance in terms of versatility than I would have expected. Sure, it's not the most natural smelling fragrance. Yes, it does border the synthetic territory, but I think that a lot of people that are my age or younger will love this one. It's being marketed as a club scent, but it performs like a date night fragrance, which is very confusing to me. Rotten Rebel was very correct when he said Paco Rabanne's Phantom was an overhated fragrance that deserves a lot more love. Honestly, I have to agree with you. And in fact, when I've asked women what they think of this smell, I've not gotten one negative reaction. If you haven't tried Paco Rabanne's Phantom, you definitely should. Do not go based on the hate of what other people have said, because a lot of those people are older in age and will not get away with a fragrance like this anyway. So if you're my age or younger, definitely try this one out and tell me what you think. If you have tried any of these fragrances, let me know what you think. Leave in the comments below what fragrances you have bought because other reviewers have told you they're good. And check this video out right here if you like fragrances. Thanks for watching, and I love you all.